Hello and welcome to the Temple of Enlightenment International Spiritual Center. This is your founder, Issachar Bey, and I want to thank all of you for tuning in and being a part of this series. This teaching series that we have ongoing is getting a lot of great feedback. And so I want to thank all of you who are enjoying it, who are sending the emails and the text messages, and who are letting us know how impactful these teachings are. And so we want to thank you. If this is your first time listening to this, we want to welcome you to our community. We want to welcome you to our fellowship. We ask that you like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you can be updated when we're going to be doing teachings. Also, we're here every Sunday, same time, same place. If this information has been impactful, if it has been insightful, if it's been compelling and enticing, and you enjoy it, we ask that you share it with any of your friends, families, or loved ones who you think could benefit from this information. So we want to thank you. We are halfway through the year. We're in June now. And so in these next 6 months, I want to pull in and begin to execute and begin to manifest and begin to push forth into what we are teaching. Mind, money, manifestation, mindset. Money, manifestation, mindset. We are in the 6th month. We're halfway through the year. This is no greater time than the present for us to begin to pull in and begin to utilize the teachings that we've learned thus far. I'm going to be really opening up the, really delving into the wealth codes. It seems to be something that I keep getting pulled back into. And so I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on that and do a deeper dive into that. And so I will make that available to all of you who want to go into a deeper dive of the wealth codes. And so we're looking forward to that. We're continuing this series on money, manifestation, mindset. We're continuing to talk about the millionaire's mind. We continue to talk about how to think, how to walk, how to speak, how to internally become the millionaire from within. And from that, we are now able to allow the events in our physical reality to align with what's going on the inside. And so I'm excited about our future, but I'm also very prone to let you guys know that we have to be focused. We have to be focused on what we're doing and implementing our plan, because there's a lot of distractions going on in the world, and you don't want to get distracted by something that you can allow to throw you off course. And so I'm happy that you guys are connected to me, because I try to keep you guys equipped and enlightened and also informed on things that you guys need to be involved in and need to be doing. Number one, as I said before, everybody needs to have a brokerage account. Those of you that are in the I Am Money membership, if you want to join, you can click on the link below in the description. I have quite a few videos in there where they explain what a brokerage account is. It explains how to set up one, the different ones that they do have, and what's the difference of each one. They break everything down. I think that because of where we're going in the financial sector with the possibility or with the reality of coming into the digital currency and all these different things that are happening, I believe that everybody needs to have a brokerage account. Everybody needs to have a brokerage account. Number two, everybody needs to have a passport. If you do not have a passport, please, tomorrow you can go to the CVS, Walgreens, take a passport picture, go down to the post office and get you a passport application, and go ahead and sign up and set an appointment to get your passport, because some post offices, you can't walk in with the application. You have to set up an appointment and go. Now, I will tell you this, all of you who don't have a passport and are going to go get one, make sure you have a birth certificate, because what happens is when you go to apply for a passport, you're going to send your birth certificate with the application and the fee, and they're going to mail you back your birth certificate. So they're going to mail you back your birth certificate. So just make sure that you do have a birth certificate. So if you don't have a birth certificate, please go get your birth certificate and then go ahead and start the process. Listen to me and listen to me well. Everybody needs to have a passport. Everybody, please. Warning always comes before destruction. So if you don't do anything else, just make sure you go get a passport. So I want to put that information out, let you guys know about that. Please also go look into getting a brokerage account. Now, the brokerage account is just like a regular bank account. Yes, they are FDIC insured, but it's a more safer, protective way to protect your money and protect your deposits and assets and different things that you have financially. So I'm just want to extend that information to you, so you can go check it out. Like I said, those of you that are in the I Am Money membership group, you see the videos that I've posted in our private group, and you can go and research. You can call them up, ask them questions. I'm actually going to set up a call within the next week or so with a brokerage account agent who will come on. This is going to be for the I Am Money group, and kind of just enlighten us about the benefits of having a brokerage account. Now, one thing I will tell you is when the pandemic happened, all of the banks needed stimulus checks to survive and keep thriving. None of the brokerage accounts needed it. So that ought to tell you something right there. So, this is information that I want to put out. So make sure you guys have a brokerage account. And like I said, you can just type in brokerage account. You can just research. Go on YouTube, type it up if you want to research it. Just look into it. But everybody needs to have a passport. If you don't hear anything else I say, everybody needs to have a passport. Even if you're not expecting to be traveling, going out of the country, just go get you a passport. You will thank me later. All right. Before we go into our getting ready to go into our spiritual mind treatment, once again, if you're just joining, please let us know what city and state or even what country you are listening from, so that we can acknowledge you and thank you for tuning in. As you get into a quiet place, we ask that you just take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Once again, take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Again, take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. In the recognition of the creative power of my thoughts, I turn my attention to the transformation of my thoughts into riches. I acknowledge that my thoughts are the seeds from which my experiences and manifestations grow. I know that by aligning my thoughts with the vibration of abundance, I can attract and manifest unlimited riches in all areas of my life. I affirm and declare that I am a conscious creator of my reality. I release any limited beliefs or patterns that have held me back from experiencing the fullness of abundance. I let go of all thoughts of lack and limitation, instead embrace the truth that I'm deserving of all the riches that life has to offer. I trust in the power of my thoughts to shape my reality. I know that as I think, so I become. I am aware of my thoughts and consciously choose thoughts that support my financial well-being. I let go of negative and limited thoughts and replace them with positive and empowering thoughts of abundance. I focus my thoughts on the riches I desire to manifest. I visualize myself already in possession of the riches I seek. I see myself living a life of abundance, enjoying financial freedom, and experiencing unlimited prosperity. I feel the emotion of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment as I have already achieved my desired riches. I take inspired action towards the manifestation of my thoughts into riches. I listen to my intuition and follow the guidance that comes from within. I am proactive in seeking opportunities that align with my financial goals. I trust that the universe is supporting me in the realization of my desires. I surrender to the flow of abundance in my life. I trust that the universe is constantly conspiring in favor to bring me the riches I desire. I release any attachment of specific outcomes and instead trust in the greater plan that is unfolding for my highest good. I am grateful to the transformation of my thoughts into riches. I am grateful for the abundance that flows into my life. I am grateful for the unlimited possibilities that exist for me to create wealth and prosperity. I am grateful to the financial freedom that I experience. And so it is, and so it is. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to the Temple of Enlightenment International Spiritual Center. And we are in our continued series, Money Manifestation Mindset. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Please, if you can do nothing else, hit the like button right now. While you're listening to me, just go ahead and just tap the like button. When you hit the like button, what it does is that it allows the algorithms to go up, and it makes this particular teaching, this series, more available, more seen, more visible. And so you're helping us to promote and get the word out and to get these teachings out across the YouTube nation. And so we definitely commend you and applaud you for your support by hitting the like button. So if you haven't done so already, please, at this moment, just hit the like button for me. We are greatly appreciated. Today we're talking about the millionaire's mind, how to transform thoughts into riches. Now, to be honest with you, that is, in fact, how you do it. See, we've been doing it the wrong way because we've been thinking that, maybe I have to get 2 jobs. Maybe I have to, be in a certain position or connected with certain people, or, maybe one day I'll hit the lotto, or no. You get to riches by transforming your thoughts. We're going to talk about this today because I think this is so key. This is so important that we get this, that we understand the transformation of thoughts into your riches, into the actual tangible realm, things that you need or want in life or that you desire. It is your mind. Let this mind be in you that was also. Everything is mind. Everything is consciousness. Consciousness is your only reality. Somebody was asking me the other day, I was on a podcast. It hasn't been released yet. She said, if you were stranded on an island, what would you take with you? What are 3 things that you would need? And, she asked about, would there be a book? Would there be anything that you need? And I told her, I said, basically, the only thing I really need is consciousness. Because as long as I have consciousness, I got everything I need, because consciousness will begin to create and make things happen based on my mind. Within you lies a power so magnificent, right within you, not without you, but within you lies a power so magnificent, so dynamic, that it can turn your wildest dreams into a reality. That's why I say all the time, don't start dreaming. Don't stop. Don't stop hoping and wishing. Don't stop thinking about the things or the life that you want to live, or the things that you want to experience, or the things that you want to obtain. But begin to write them down. Begin to focus on those things. Why? Because there is a power that lies within you that is so magnificent that it can turn your wildest dreams into reality. It can turn your thoughts into riches. And so when we look at the millionaire's mind, and we look at how a millionaire thinks, we have to delve deep into the realm of thought. Thoughts are seeds of creation. They are the electric pulse of the mind, the invisible threads that weave the fabric of your reality. Thoughts are the silent whispers of your soul, the ideas, the notions, and dreams that dance within your consciousness. They are the blueprint of your destiny, the foundation upon which your future is built. Thoughts. That's why it's so important that you understand the importance of your thoughts. As a man thinketh, so is he. I am that I am. The power of a thought, the transcendental understanding of thought, the beginning to understand how powerful your thoughts are. And if you're going to get to the level of transforming your thoughts into riches, we've got to understand what thoughts are. We got to know how to utilize our thoughts, how powerful they are, and get an understanding of what our thoughts are, and then again, how to use them, and then how does this all tie up into me having a thought, and it turns into riches. Every thought you think is a declaration to the universe. It is a message sent out into the cosmos, echoing your desires, your fears, your hopes, and ambitions. Thoughts are energy, pure and simple, vibrating at frequencies that can attract or repel, create or destroy. I don't know if you just heard what I said. Let me say that one more time. Every thought you think is a declaration to the universe. It is a message sent out into the cosmos, echoing your desires, your fears, your hopes, and ambitions. Thoughts are energy, pure and simple, vibrating at frequencies that can attract or repel, create or destroy. Do you not know how powerful your thoughts are, that they can create and also destroy? They can attract and repel. And so this is where we come to the understanding of how powerful our thoughts are. As I said earlier, there's a power inside of you that's so magnificent. The power that is within you are the power of your thoughts, your consciousness. There's no separation. Listen to this. There's no separation between you and your thoughts. There's only oneness. So if I have a thought of lack, if I have a thought of poverty, I'm now in oneness with that thought. So I can't think poverty and think lack and then think that because I thought that thought, I can separate myself from that thought. There's no separation from you and your thought. We operate in oneness. So what happens now is now that I know that I'm in oneness with my thoughts, now that I understand this, now I have to be very mindful of the thoughts that I think. I have to be very mindful of the thoughts that I accumulate and embrace in my consciousness. The very essence of your existence is shaped by the nature of your thoughts. Now, I said this a couple of weeks ago. Your thought style will determine your lifestyle. Everything is thoughts. Everything is mind. Everything is consciousness. Your thought style will determine your lifestyle. Last week, we talked about giving ourselves permission to become a millionaire. Give yourself permission. I had a conversation with some guys in the barbershop. We were talking about this, and some of them listened to the actual teaching from last Sunday, and they had a struggle with, they said, what do you mean give yourself permission? I said, because everybody has excuses. And so if it comes to the notion of me giving myself permission to become a millionaire, I can't say, oh, you know what, when I get some money, I'll start investing. When once I get, kind of get a couple of bills paid down, maybe I start looking into, diversifying, and I'll start looking into that. No. We give ourselves excuses. We come up with all these other reasons why we can't do it. Now is the time. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Now faith. So if we're operating in that perspective, then I'm not giving myself any excuses. I'm going to do it now. Give myself permission and not excuses. So that's why it brought me to that point where I said the very essence of your existence is shaped by the nature of your thoughts. Everything you are experiencing right now, everything that you're going through in your life right now is shaped by the nature of your thoughts. You change your thoughts, you change your life. You change your thoughts, you change your money. You change your thoughts, you change your health. Thought style, lifestyle. Thought style, lifestyle. And so we move and we operate into understanding the divine art of transforming our thoughts into tangible riches. See, in alchemy of the spirit transforms the abstract into concrete, right? And so we call ourselves alchemists. Those of you who are listening for the first time, or if you've only joined us on this particular series, we have another series on our YouTube channel, which is entitled Mental Resurrection, Awakening the Mental Alchemist Within. And so that's a whole nother series we were in that was phenomenal. You definitely want to jump into that. Where we talked about mental resurrection. We got into the 9 levels of mental ascension. It was actually a wonderful, wonderful thing. So when we talk about the alchemy of the spirit, which transforms the abstract into concrete, your thoughts are the primary cause of everything you experience in life. I'll say that again. Your thoughts are the primary cause of everything you experience in life. I say this to people all the time and they get upset. I say, everything that happens in your life, you signed up for it. And people get upset with me and they say, what do you mean by that? I didn't sign up to be sick. I didn't sign up to be broke. I didn't sign up to be lonely. I say, well, actually you did. And they say, well, what do you mean by that? I say, because you only get out of life what you pay for. You guys hear me say this all the time. And they say, what do you mean I only get out of life what I pay for? I didn't pay to be sick. I didn't pay to be lonely. I say, yes, you did. You paid your attention to it. Everything, your thoughts are the primary cause of everything you experience in life, which means that you paid attention to lack, you paid attention to sickness. Now, I just said to you guys that your thoughts can create or destroy, they can attract or repel. So imagine whatever situation you're going through in your life right now, you have the thought style to change your lifestyle. If you're sick, you have the ability to create thoughts of wellness and health. If you don't have any money, you have the process, or you have the ability to change your thought style that will therefore change your financial situation. So every situation you in, it takes a thought in order to change the dynamic of whatever you are experiencing in your physical reality. Listen to this. Everybody who's listening to me right now, you are a walking mirror. Everything that you are experiencing in your physical life is a direct reflection of what's going on the inside. When people come to me for consultations and they're like, oh my God, my life is falling apart, my marriage is going hayway, the kids won't listen to me, I'm 3 months behind in my mortgage, everything is falling apart. What happens is we try to hold on to things in the physical realm. You're trying to hold on to your marriage. You're trying to get the kids to listen to you. You're trying to figure out could I get caught up in my mortgage. I'm trying to figure out how to pay these bills. You're trying to do everything when I tell you to stop. Because the only way you can change this situation is for us to identify and deal with the chaotic things that are going on inside. I don't care what's going on in the physical reality, because in order to fix this situation that we're in, you're telling me your life is falling apart and you don't know what to do, and exactly. In order to fix this, let's go to the root cause, which are your thoughts, your mind, your consciousness. And once we are able to identify and begin to restructure and re-elevate and begin to restore and revive your mental capacity, your consciousness, and allow you to elevate and raise your level of consciousness, there's a shift that takes place now. Because now what happens is, because you switched your thought life, now there's a change that happens in a marriage. There's a change that happens with your children. You have the ability to make a couple of thought changes that can change the financial stability regarding your mortgage and all the other things that you got going on. But everything happens with a thought pattern. Thought is everything. And so you hear me say all the time that your mind only, the way that you operate with your mind is through pictures. I don't know if any of you ever had to get a job where you had to take like a psychological evaluation, or, they wanted to see if you were mentally capable of working at this job, or even if something happened in your life and they were doing some kind of mental evaluation. A lot of times when you go into those evaluations, they put pictures in front of you and they tell you, okay, well, what do you see? What do you feel about this picture? What do you think about this picture? Because your mind operates with pictures. So when they show you these pictures, they're actually showing you those pictures to see what kind of effect, what kind of emotion, how do you connect or don't connect with those pictures, and what do you see or don't see? Because the mind operates with pictures. That's why visualization is so important, because when you visualize, you are actually putting in your mind's eye, in the theater of your mind. If you were listening to me now, imagine your mind being a theater, and on the screen of your mind is a movie theater, and whatever you put on that theater on the screen is what your mind begins to see and to visualize. So when you visualize something, you're putting it in the theater of your mind on that screen. Right? Visualization is the language of the subconscious mind. Listen to me and hear me good, folks. The subconscious mind is everything. That's the secret sauce. The subconscious mind is the secret sauce. That's it. If everybody wants to know where the magic is, if everybody wants to know, it's the subconscious mind. Visualization is the language of the subconscious mind. If you are listening to me, please write that in the chat. Visualization is the language of the subconscious mind. As long as you can never remember that, always remember that and never forget it, you will understand that in order for me to be successful, in order for me to be effective in life, in order for me to be wealthy and great, All I got to do is learn the language of the subconscious mind. And the language is visualization. Me putting on the theater of my mind, the things that I want to manifest, the things that I'm bringing into fruition, I'm visualizing it and putting on the screen in the theater of my mind. When you're visualizing, you're creating vivid mental images of your life you desire. You see yourself living in a mansion. You see yourself with the luxury car, enjoying the freedom that comes with financial abundance. The more detailed and realistic your visualization, the more powerful it will attract the reality that you want. I've always believed that we have the ability to create our own reality. We don't have to succumb to what somebody else tells us or somebody else imposes their will on us, but we have the ability to live the life that we want to live. I think that it's extremely important that we grasp that concept. I think that it's imperative that we stay connected to these teachings and begin to understand how important they are. Faith without works is dead, right? Faith without works, you got to have both. You can't have the works without faith. You can't have faith without works. Faith without works is dead, being yet alone, right? You must take inspired actions towards your goals. We're in the 6 months, ladies and gentlemen. We got 6 months left in this year. What are we doing? We have 6 months left, and let me tell you something. These last 6 months are going to be pretty interesting. There's a lot of things going on in the public that we all know about. And so as we get closer to the end of this year, get ready for the ride. But what I will say is that it's imperative that you stay focused on your plan and what it is that you are doing, what it is that you are equipping yourself with, what it is that you are bringing into fruition. What's my plan for my family, for me, for the next 6 months? What is the very thing that I need to be in position for? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where do I see myself in the next 3 years, the next 2 years, the next year and a half? And so I tell all of you all the time, that's why it's imperative that you have a person that you can get consultations with, because what I've been doing all year has been laying out people's life and beginning to show them their purpose, their destiny. How can you put yourself in a better position? How can you put yourself in the right place at the right time to do the right things that you need to do? Now, it's ironic because lately, all of the people who are coming to me now, they all want astrocartography readings, which are, where in the world can I move to where I can be successful, where I can have love, romance, where I can enjoy life and abundance, right? We're moving into a place now where a lot of people are vacating, a lot of people are leaving or wanting to go elsewhere, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just make sure you understand that where you go, there you are. So just because I leave the United States and move to Russia don't mean that I'm still not Issachar Bey and I'm still not who I am. I'm still the same person. But of course, things in my life begin to change. I will have a different experience there than I had here. And so we understand that. But always remember, your thought style will always determine your lifestyle. So it's not about relocating in the physical realm. It's all about really relocating on the spiritual realm. This means acting on the ideas and opportunities that your thoughts attract. When you align your actions with your wealthy thoughts, you create a powerful synergy that propels you towards your financial goals. Remember, It's not just about working hard, but it's also about working smart. When you are guided by the inspiration that flows from your millionaire's mind. Everybody listening to me, you are a millionaire. I did a post on Facebook last week. It says, you have $1 million inside of you. You just need to know how to get it out. You got to figure out how to get a million. Everybody listening to me is a millionaire. Some of you, we are billionaires. There's unlimited amounts of money inside of us. The main problem is, how do we get it out? You get it out by turning your thoughts into riches. You are the creator of your reality. Your thoughts are the building blocks of your life. If you desire riches, you must think in terms of riches. You must see yourself as wealthy, speak as if you are wealthy, act as if you are wealthy. The universe responds to the energy you emit. And when you emit the frequency of abundance, the universe delivers abundance to your doorstep. Let me say that again, because in a few minutes we're gonna go a little deeper dive, and I'm gonna show you how the magic really works. I'll tell you a story that's unbelievable, but I'm going to show you how the magic really works in a few minutes. The universe responds to the energy you emit. When you emit the frequency of abundance, the universe delivers abundance to your doorstep. The millionaire's mind is not a fantasy. It is a reality waiting to be claimed by those who understand the power of their thoughts. Transform your thoughts, and you transform your life. Embrace this truth, live by it, and watch as your dreams of wealth and prosperity become your everyday reality. The journey to riches begins in the mind. Think big, dream big, believe in the limitless power within you. You are destined for greatness, and the world is waiting for you to step into your millionaire's mind, go forth and prosper. I tell you guys all the time that there is nobody who's rich and successful who does not provide a service. What service do you provide? What service are you providing into the world? How are you servicing the world with your gifts and your talents? Everybody listening to me, you have a gift and you have a talent. You have a purpose and you have a destiny. Your goal is to find out what your gifts and your talents are, what your purpose and your destiny is, and once you learn that, you begin to work it, you begin to practice it, you begin to build on your gifts and your talents, and you begin to serve humanity and begin to serve them with the gifts and the talents that you have. Your gifts and talents were not given to you just for you to be selfish and keep them to yourself, but they were given to you so that you can serve humanity and begin to really bless and help other people. Now, I had to I wanted to really hone in on thoughts for a minute, because thoughts are vitally important here. Your thoughts are very, very important. Thoughts, as I want to look at it from a metaphysical perspective, would be an abstract entity. Thoughts are often considered abstract entities that do not have a physical presence, but influence the material world. They exist in the realm of ideas, which is distant from the tangible universe. Thoughts are mental representation. A thought is seen as a mental representation or an internal cognitive event that is an phenomenon that arises within the mind, representing concepts of objects or experiences. Thoughts are what we call connections to our being. Some theories propose that thoughts are fundamental to the essence of being. They are integral to understanding existence and consciousness, serving as bridges between the subjective mind and the objective mind. Thoughts are divine communication. Thoughts can be perceived as messages or insight from a higher power or the divine. The mystical traditions often interpret profound thoughts as revelations or communications from the spiritual realm. Thoughts can also be considered energy and vibration, right? And as thoughts, some people, or I would describe thoughts as forms of energy and vibrations that have the power to affect the spiritual world and the material world. Thoughts are seen as creative forces that can manifest reality. Thoughts are considered significant elements to the inner journey towards enlightenment or self-realization. They are tools for introspection, meditation, and connecting with the higher self or universal consciousness. Now, there was a man by the name of Jose Silva, Jose Silva, Silva. You guys can go look him up. I definitely, I would definitely tell you to go and look him up. His name is Jose Silva. Jose Silva was a man who taught what he called the silver mind control technique. And this technique begins to work with the different levels of consciousness. And so, you start when you get to the alpha level, because there's different in your brain. If we were to hook you up to a machine, there are different brain frequency levels that your brain operates at. So right now, while you all listening to me, a lot of you will be at a beta level of mind. But when you go into the alpha level, which is a little bit slower than beta, what happens is you get into a state of deep relaxation, heightened awareness, and in this state, it's often considered to be very effective, because at the alpha level of mind, you have now tapped into the subconscious mind. So what that means is that if I hooked the machine up to you and I was able to, and you can see that you're at a beta level, and then after a few minutes, we are able to get you to a alpha level of mind, that means that now you have tapped into the subconscious mind. What that means now is what we just said. Your thought style will determine your lifestyle. When you get to that level of mind, whatever you visualize, whatever you put on the theater of your mind, you're going to now tap into what I said earlier. Visualization is the language of consciousness. Is the language of the subconscious mind, right? So when you are tapping into the subconscious mind, you're now in visualization, which means that you're now going to see some profound effects. So one of the core techniques of, as I said before, of when you get into this level of mind, of course, is visualization. By creating vivid mental images of desired outcome, individuals can program their subconscious mind to work towards these goals. Mental rehearsal involves practicing scenarios in the mind, which Silver believed could lead to enhanced performance and real success, right? So he also believed that this level of mind technique that he has, that it can also assist with assessing deeper levels of mind. Individuals are allowed to enhance their creativity with problem-solving abilities. Techniques such as the three-scene technique, which helps individuals visualize the current situation, the desired outcome, and the steps needed to achieve it, thereby facilitating creative solutions and effective planning. So the 3-in-1 technique would be, they show you in this particular teaching how to solve your own problem. So like I said before, if you had a problem where you didn't have enough money or you were struggling financially, he would show you how to go into the theater of your mind, how to tap into your subconscious mind, and how to visualize the outcome of what it is that you needed to happen and how to make that happen in reality. And so these are some of the things that he was able to do. Now, as I said before, you can look him up. I wanted to tell you guys a quick story. So I heard about this guy. He's passed on now. He's already passed away. And everything that I'm telling you sounds phenomenal. So I'm saying to myself, you mean to tell me that there's this technique, there's these group of people that are teaching this stuff that you can go and you can show me how to tap into my subconscious mind to the point where whatever I think, whatever I visualize will come to pass, and all these things will start happening. So they say yes. So I'm still in New York City at this time. I haven't moved from New York yet. And I think this is like 2004 because my father had died in 2003. This is right after he passed away. So they had it was a 4-day like retreat that they had, and where I was, it was in Manhattan. I'll never forget it. It was on 57th Street, right by the Holiday Inn in Manhattan, right over by Columbus Circle. And so I went. So I go into this 4-day retreat with the Silver Mind Control method. And the first day, what they do is they have you kind of visualize and meditate. But what they do is they say, okay, I want you to visualize yourself as a flower. I don't want you to see yourself as a flower. You are the flower. I want you to visualize the wind blowing through your stems. I want you to visualize a bee landing on you. I want you to visualize the wind blowing and moving you to and fro. So they wanted you to get the feeling of how to really utilize your mind and the reality structure that you're not looking at yourself as this flower, but you are the flower. And so if you are the flower now, I want you to visualize and imagine how that feels to be a flower with the wind is blowing. How does it feel if it starts raining? All of these things. So they kind of go through that on day one. On day two, they start, getting a little bit more in depth on the same kind of visualization kind of stuff. And then on day three, what we did was we did something. What I would, if I had to tell you what it would be kind of like psychometry. So psychometry is when you give a person an object and they tell you everything about the object, maybe who the owner was, where the object came from, all those kind of things. So they put us off in partners, and at the time I told you, my father had just passed away. So I had a watch that my father had, and I had the watch with me. And when we partnered off, they said, give the person that you're a partner with your object and let them tell you about the object. So I gave the lady my father's watch. And she was able to tell me everything about my father. She was able to describe how he looked. She described the inside of his apartment. And I never seen this woman a day in my life. I could not believe this. I was totally blown away. And I began to get angry because I couldn't do it. I couldn't, when the person gave me their object, I couldn't see anything. So I was asking them, well, how are you seeing this? Is somebody, are you hearing the words is somebody telling this to you in your head? Or, because I couldn't see anything. So I became very frustrated, very angry because everybody else could get it but me. So I went to the lady who was running the retreat, and I told her how angry I was. I said, listen, this is a bunch of BS. I want my money back. I said, this is, this is a bunch of foolishness. I was extremely upset. So she said to me, she says, listen, we got one more day left. You come tomorrow and you do the last day. If you have not gotten what you needed or you're not gotten to whoever it is that you want, I will gladly give you your money back. I said, okay. So I go to the last day. So the last day, we get there, and I think it's me and another girl there. We were the only black people there. So she came and grabbed my hand, and she says, listen, I've been seeing you frustrated for the last couple of days. She says, come with me. I want to work with you to get to where you are. And so at this point, they have a machine they connect to you. And once again, it shows you the brain waves that your mind is. Now, everybody that's listening to me right now, you are on a beta wave, right? The beta wave is a 13 to 30 hertz frequency. Beta waves are associated with normal waking consciousness and active thinking. This states involves critical thinking, problem solving, and focused mental activity. So this is 10 to 30 hertz on a frequency, which means that this is just a regular, normal, everyday consciousness that you walk in. When you wake up, you talk to people on the job, you're driving. This is just your regular. If we put a machine on you right now, you would be between 10 and 30 hertz. Now, as you as you begin to go into a deeper level of mind you, while you're still awake, you are now going to an alpha level of mind, which is going to be 8 to 13 hertz of frequency. Now, at this level, which is called alpha, the waves are present during the relaxed states, and so you are calm, you're alert, but at this particular state, you have now accessed your subconscious mind, which enhances your creativity, your memory, your developing intuition. All of these things are now available. So also I want to tell you too, when you get into your deeper level of subconscious mind, I should have started with this. Jose Silver created this technique, and what he did was he was able to see the lotto numbers before they came out. Because when you go into your subconscious mind, he was able to go into the future. He could see what's coming in the future. So he used to win the lotto a lot. He taught his kids how to do this. So he would call his kids, and before he could say anything else, they would already answer. They would already tell him what it is that he was going to ask them. They would automatically tell him the answer before he said anything. He would just call their names. So those of you that kind of want to get into the psychic or seership realm, this is a great place to go to. Like I said, you can go and Google Jose Silver Mind Control Method. They have seminars all over the country. So they're 4-day retreats. You go and they will begin to work with you until you can really tap into your consciousness. And believe me, it's worth it. It will be life changing. Everything that we're talking about, you will be blown away, because you'll be like, oh my God, he was so right. Everything he's telling me is facts. So you definitely want to get with that. So now, once you get into the alpha level of mind, you are in the subconscious realm, right? Now, mind you, you're still awake and you're still operating just like you normally would, but you have slowed your brain waves down. The slower the brain waves go down, the more you tap into the subconscious mind, the more you tap into that creative ability to where you can start turning your thoughts into riches. Listen to me. I'm telling you stuff that probably people would charge millions of dollars to hear. I'm telling you. When you get to a slower level of mind, they call it the theta wave level. And this is 4 to 8 hertz of frequency. These are associated with a light sleep, maybe deep relaxation or meditative states. Now, when I say light sleep, I mean that this is when you are like getting ready to kind of doze off, where you would get to that level. But understand that we are getting to these levels of mind by still being awake and in our full mind capacity. So I just want you to understand that they teach you how to slow your brain waves down. So that's what I'm explaining to you. They have certain techniques that they can teach you while you're still awake, while you're up, while you're walking around, how you can slow your mind, your brain waves down to tap into these different levels. So now the theta is the state that's considered even deeper than alpha and is used to advance mental programming, deep meditation, healing, and these can lead to profound insights and significant personal transformations. So these are the things that people don't tell us about, right? Then we have the delta. The delta is 0.5 to 4 hertz of frequency. And delta is the slowest brain waves, and they are associated with deep sleep and unconscious states. This is crucial for sleeping and healing, right? But guess what? You can actually function at the delta brain wave level while you're still awake, still doing everything. So now, the delta state is acknowledging for the importance of overall health, wealth, well-being, and it's also good for mental and physical recovery. So these are the different brain waves that we have. So what happens is we paired off again at this particular retreat that I was at, and I was able now to tap into the alpha, the delta, the theta levels of mind while I was still awake. I wasn't sleeping. I didn't get sleepy. I was still fully awake, but I was able to slow my brain waves down. And when we switched off into partners, we were doing a exercise where you call out a person's name that you know, and the other person will have to tell you. So the woman, she called out a man named George. When she calls out the man named George, I'm telling you exactly how it happened. She called out the name George. I began to see a man with a gray suit, with a hat. He had a little cane. I'm describing this to the woman, and she's telling me like, "Oh my God, that's my father. That's exactly how he looks." I never saw this woman. I never saw her father. But when I was able to get into that deeper level of mind while still being awake, while still being in full consciousness, I was able to see what it was. I began to call out somebody's name, and she was able to tell me about the person as well. And then we switched. We switched again, and this lady calls out her at the time, I didn't know who he was, but she called out the name Earl. She calls out Earl and automatically takes me to a house. I'm describing the chimney. I'm describing the things inside of the house, on the mantelpiece, and all of these things that I see happening. And the woman was like, "You're inside of my living room." So what I'm telling you is just to see how powerful the mind is, to where we're able to do these things and see things that are happening. So then we switch again, and at this point, when I switch, there's this white man that calls out his son's name is Joe. I didn't know it was his son at the time, but he calls out Joe, and I see this little baby in a hospital with all of these tubes coming in and out of the baby, and the baby had a rash on the left side of the face. I had never seen this man before. I never seen his son before. But when I told him what I saw, the man broke down crying. And I said, "What happened?" He said, "You're the only person that said that." He said, I've been calling my son's name all night, and you're the only person that can see it. He said, "Not only could you see it, you told us about the rash. And the doctor just told us about the rash yesterday." So I'm just letting you guys know that the mind is the most powerful thing you have. Now, I just gave you one practical experience that I've had with it. But what I want to tell you is that's not even the cream of the crop. Because, yes, I was able to see things. Yes, they were able to call out things and ask me what they were, and I was able to see them. But this power of the mind, what they teach you, is also how to create your reality. So they teach you how to go into your subconscious mind and transform your thoughts into riches. So I would beckon you, I would summons all of you to just go Google Jose Silva, JoseSilva, Silva, and the Jose Silva mind control method, and begin to study it. And they have all kinds of events happening all over the world for the rest of the year. Philadelphia, North Carolina. I think they have stuff in Georgia. All over. They even have it outside of the country. So it's 4-day retreats. I think that you should get involved in it. It's life-changing. It will definitely change your mind. It will change your life. And it will definitely enhance your life in a very special way. So I think all of you should definitely check it out. Thoughts are very, very powerful. And, as we continue to use them, as we continue to grow with them and manifest them, the millionaire's mind, we are turning our thoughts into our riches. And believe me, it's not by mistake that we're learning all of this, because believe it or not, we need to learn this kind of stuff. With what the world is getting ready to shift into in these last 6 months, we need to be focused on exactly where we're at and what we're focused on. And I just, tell you guys not to get distracted by, the things that you have going on or the things that you are going to be able to manifest. Don't get, side swap. Don't get, um, you know, um, kind of knocked off your square by the events and different things that are taking place. Stick to the plan. Stay focused on what it is that you're staying focused on. And believe me, I will be keeping you guys informed on different things you need to be doing, different moves you probably need to make. And so I just think that it's imperative. So, I wanted to just commend you guys on this message. I hope that you can take what we discussed today and really utilize it. Really go and research and look up Jose Silva. Those of you in the I Am Money membership group, I will be posting some videos from him. I actually have they have a whole bunch of practitioners. So I will also be doing a live call with a practitioner who I talked to yesterday, who's going to come into the group and kind of talk to us a little bit about the silver mine, and just some of the experiences. Like I told you guys, my experiences, and they will talk about how powerful it is to really, when we talk about to have the power of the mind, how to utilize it, how to take control of my life, how to change my life. This program will give you the practicality of how to do that. So I definitely, recommend that you guys take full advantage of that. As we get ready to move into our circulation, those of you that have been blessed by these teachings and you want to be a blessing to us, to the Enlightenment Center, to the Enlightenment Center, the Temple of Enlightenment International Spiritual Center, we ask that everybody who can and who will donate. So a $26 seed. $26 is all that we're asking. Those of you that can, who will, and if you want to do that, if you want to give more than $26, you're more than welcome. If you're saying, Issachar, I don't have the $26, but I have 10, I have 5, I have 15, whatever it is that you have, we understand the importance of giving. We understand about circulation. And what we believe is that what you release out of your hand, it will circulate back to you and come back to its original point of origin. But we believe in the 100-fold return. We believe that whatever you let go of, whatever you put in circulation, money is designed it's currency. It's designed to move. And whatever you release and let go of, we believe that it will come back to you 100-fold return. So those of you that want to and who will and who can, there are 4 ways that you can sow and donate the $26 into our organization. And that's going to be Cash App, $TOESC. Once again, that's $TOESC. And then we also have PayPal and Zelle. And you can also do those two by our email, which is info, INFO, at TOESC.org. Also info, that email again is info, INFO, at TOESC.org. And then we also have our Venmo. Those of you that want to use Venmo, we have that available as well. And that's going to be Issachar Bey. That's going to be ISSACHARBEY at gmail.com. So those are the 4 ways you can give. They're also in the bottom of the description that in this channel, so you can read it. And we also have our personal address if you guys want to send us anything physically or whatever the case may be. And so we want to thank all of you. Please share this broadcast, share this teaching with somebody who you find that can be blessed and enhanced by it. Also, we ask that you hit the like button. And I like to say this one thing. Your destiny is not a matter of chance, but it is a matter of choice. And I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.